beautiful stars. I hope that you're doing so well today. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Molly and I'm happy that you're here. For today's video, I'm going to be building my 2024 TBR prompt jar. I have been seeing this all over Book Talk and BookTube, and I just think it's a really fun idea. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I did a TBR jar last year. Just took a section of my bookshelf, wrote down the titles on that section of the shelf and put them in here. So for example, I would pull one and it would be like sugar and spice, so then I'd have to pull that off the shelf and that's what I'd be reading. It was very limiting and I don't want to do that to myself this year. I kind of want to have more freedom and fun with what I'm reading. So I've written down a few prompt jar ideas, but I just want to write them with you, and please comment down below if you have any other good ideas, because I'll probably fill out a few more slips and put them in here. So I just have some scrap pieces of paper and I'll write down a bunch of ideas, cut them up and put them in my little jar. So far I've written down based in another country, a rom-com, a novella, a book under 300 pages, a fantasy, and next I'm going to do a horror book. Next up is a nonfiction book. So I have a few nonfiction on my shelf. I think it'd be fun to read those and just change up from like the typical fiction that I read. Next is a retelling. So the one that I thought of immediately was it's about like the Wizard of Oz, but it's called Dorothy Must Die, and it's like a whole series about Oz and Dorothy and like what happened when Dorothy entered Oz and how it like messed things up. So I thought it'd be really interesting to read that one. And then next, I'm looking at my list here. I have a book that turned into a movie adaptation. So I think that would be really fun because I feel like so many of my books have eventually turned into a movie or a show. Next is something with spice in it, which probably wouldn't be too difficult considering a lot of romance books are spicy nowadays. Start a new series, a drama. This could be fun, like maybe like a family drama, sports related. So I just got Icebreaker. I also got some books from Elle Kennedy, and I think that I want to read them, but like I do all the other books on my shelf, so they'll probably end up in the back of my head like, oh, I need to read that, and I'll just keep forgetting. So this will be a great way to prompt me to read it. Let's see what else I have. It has a person on the cover. This could be fun. Based at the Beach. So I have read Beach Read by Emily Henry, but this could just be like they go on a beach vacation, they live at the beach. I don't know. I think it'd be fun. It has witches in it. This is kind of also niche because I have a lot of books that have to do with witches. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and I've been wanting to read it forever and I haven't yet, and I heard it's like the cutest, coziest book ever. Of course I want to read it, but I've been reading all these other books first, so this will be another great way to prompt me to read it. Something supernatural. I'm definitely into supernatural fantasy kind of reads. I love like anything to do with magic, so plenty of books on my shelf that have to do with that, but I have so many that they end up on the back burner. A book on your Kindle. I have a few on there. I have my aunt's 2012 Kindle, and I just loaded my first ever like Kindle, like stuff your Kindle day or whatever. I did that for the first time ever, and I've had it for almost a year. I love it. I read my first book. It's called Coffee Girl by Sophie Sinclair. It was just a fun way to like read because I've never read on a Kindle before, and so I actually really liked it. I think it'll be a fun way to travel and have empty books to read instead of packing all of my physical ones with me. If you have a Kindle, let me know down below what your favorite book has been to read on there. Maybe like a book I just got would be a good one because I feel like I'm always buying books. Although I don't need to do this, I think I'm gonna write down buy a new book. And I guess I'm mostly a thrifter, but I am going to write down separately to thrift a book because maybe I'll want to go to Barnes & Noble for the new book and then I could thrift a book. Since I have so many books I've had forever, I'll do a book that I've owned for over a year. Okay, so I have a few and I am going to cut these up and then I'll add them to my jar and I'll come back. Okay, I just cut them all up and now I'm gonna fold them and put them into my jar. Eee. Okay, I folded them all up and I counted them. I only have 22 in here. So after I get these added to it, I'm gonna read them off to you so you know what ones I'm gonna do. If you'd like to see a video of me using my TBR prompt jar to pick out what I read for like a month, so maybe for March or something. Let me know down below and definitely like this video because it will let me know that that's something you want to see. So my other ideas is a one-word title, go to a little free library, a thriller, flowers on the cover, a holiday genre, so maybe like a Christmas book or something based around Halloween, a library book so I can actually use my library card, book with ghosts in it, continue a series, a mystery, a book you've wanted to read super bad, finish a series, a book with magic. So I know I have one with like witches and ghosts and stuff, but I think this will be a great way to hack away some of the other books I have that have to do with magic. And then a book with an animal on the cover. So now in total I have 35 prompts in here. I would love to eventually have like 100, but I thought this was a good start considering that could be 35 potential books I read off of my TBR, or maybe I thrift one or something, or if I do pick the one that says thrift a book, maybe I can just find a book on my shelf that I have thrifted instead of buying a new one. I'm so excited to try this out and I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, definitely comment down below and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, shine bright. Bye!